Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another monthly reading for Gemini for February 2024. Thank you, spirits. Ooh. Starting off here. So we have mind games. We have the truth. We have broken six, looking to make peace, bringing back the balance, putting down a burden, changing fun, having that wanting to change, being passionate rather than sufferable. Okay, it's big messages here. It's holding back, healing. That's 6 with the 4 here. So moving on, going towards peace, getting that higher understanding, wanting to explore the self or go with another, getting that courage to move, that determination. Again with the 3, so working together on things in the past, having that creativity because of work that was done, because you have the drive. Gemini. You're looking for change. You want to put down the burden. You're very patient and you want the truth, and that is what you will get. To end or to go into marriage. But the fact that there are mind games or that dilemma within, it's something that you need to work on. But you are doing the work. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, protecting me and keeping me safe. Again, there's marriage on the table, or the wanting, or that love, that romance, or wanting to take a commitment to a high level, wanting forgiveness, within a marriage or to have a marriage. Water signs, we have Pisces. Well, the moon is going to be full in Pisces within the next month. Sorry, the new moon will be in Pisces in March. So if you're looking for a proposal or wanting to make that proposal, I would suggest looking into that new moon, because it will be very loving and caring and understanding, quite simply because the full moon in Virgo coming up this month is to clear the path for that kind of romance to show itself and have those types of conversations. We would expect it to come with this new moon in Aquarius, but unfortunately it's quite a tough new moon because of the squaring with Saturn and Uranus. So it is going to be a little rough. I mean, I'm not saying that no one will have romance for this new moon, but it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult. There will be conversations, but just you see what the type of conversations that you will have. Again, that unconditional love, wanting that love, it's hidden, and being patient. Or there's love for a third party that is being hidden. Again, memories of love, wanting to go back with, having that understanding that you remember who you were with, and you're remembering who you want to be with, or who you were with, and how it went, and the love that came from it. And if there is confusion to be had, or if you will make that conversation come within the full moon, if not with the new moon. But it is a question of love and finding that self-love inside and being patient with that love. Because there are going to be fights, and healing those fights may come by the full moon if you, depending on your situation, if you're questioning wanting to go forward and ask for the marriage, because that seems to be the case here, Gemini. It's a constant bringing up of marriage proposal, and that patience and love and the burden, that hard work and wanting to start over, getting a divorce even, putting down the burden for some. The third parties, again, if there were third parties in your situation, then that burden, you want to put it down. You want to open up a portal and have a new beginning because you come to complete understanding. And then you're being open and patient with love, with your love. Or someone is being open and patient with you. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting me and keeping me safe. What are the messages for Gemini for February 2024? See, we have indulgence here. We have fighting. We have arguing. We have the 9 of Wands. So we're trying to heal something. Again, that courage for, or that love, for that romance. There's regrets. There's sorrow. This king is holding on or trying to overcome, but having a hard time. There's a lot of deliberation, so much so that it's being blocked for a commitment or a forgiveness, proposal even, wanting to make amends. Someone is blocking that, or maybe you are, Gemini. Or maybe you're not sure how to go about the process and thinking that you want to propose marriage where it may not be the right time. The devil is saying, no, not yet. Hold on, hold back, be patient. That the Empress is where patience is required. Maybe on your part or on both of your parts. Seems to be dealing with romantic relationships, this reading. I'm not going to rule out work because it is proposals, and wanting to have something new doesn't mean it's not your work where your passion may lie. Looking into what you love. If you really are looking for work, well, start off with what you love to do. What are the messages? Okay. See, we have again the 4 of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody is really going over this or wanting to go over a relationship and have a marriage come of it because they want to seal that deal. But it'll come with time. Again, being patient is required here. We have the Hermit. So something needs to be healed. Maybe you're not ready to come out yet. Being patient is the best advice. To think about what it is you really want. If it is that you're trying to get into a relationship, or you're wanting to marry, or you're wanting to propose, and your ego keeps jumping out, that 4 of Wands, going to a higher level of understanding with another. Alright, so that's the layout hasn't changed. It's still showing as the first line is you, Gemini. All about you, and if it is not you, it's cross-watcher looking into Gemini. You place yourself where you feel comfortable. The second line is dealing with other people, whether it is family, friends, your lover, your husband, wife, people you don't know. You decide. Third line is the outcome for the reading. Just want to make sure it's all lined up so you can see. Yes, seems to be fine. Okay. Now we start off at the bottom of the deck. We have things gone out of balance, or we're trying to bring things back into the balance with deliberation, whether within the self or with others. We're having that on the fence. I'm not sure if I want this or if I want that. Will it make a change? What will come from this if I don't want, if I want? There's some form of patience that needs to be worked out here for a commitment, for a proposal. Again, it kept going around, and then we have that. Again, I don't do reversals, so if this is a reversed card, it would mean that you really are eager and you want to, and you with the 9 here, you want to heal and bring things back into balance. So you're looking at the inertia and having that patience to find a solution because you're tired of the same thing. You don't want to fight anymore. You want to bring things back into balance. You want that harmony. You want that peace of mind. But you have to be patient in order to get it. But you're determined because that broken 9 is that you're willing to go that extra mile and fight that last battle to bring things back into balance because of that love. Strong love. It's very strong. Oh, here we go with the mind games and the burden of mind games and secrecy with the romance and love and that double 10 here, not speaking and ending of cycles, of double endings. So there's no love and there's no truth, and we're just not sure, or we are very sure, because the mind games is what brings the end here for this King of Cups. Sorry about that, I just had a little bit of a disturbance there. So King of Cups. I'm not sure where the cards ended. Oh yes, here it is. Okay. The Devil. Not the Devil, sorry. Patience. Being able to temper. Being able to find the patience within. Waiting patiently for a change so a proposal can be made. That way we can bring in the balance and get that certainty, because we're sitting on the fence. We're not sure which way to go, who to listen to or who not to listen to, if that is the case. Gemini, your work cut out for you because the Devil is here. We have the first line. We're looking at the 8 of Pentacles with the Devil, the Tower and the 8 of Wands. So it's very tumultuous here. We have work details or that what it is that we want to work on is being blocked. The Devil is here to say maybe you're working too much and that is going to bring in the change. It's going to crash, or you're going to lose work, or you're feeling that someone is taking what you love to do away from you. The work, the details. There's details that need to be looked into. Okay, and then we have that 8 of Wands. So whatever comes is going to bring you into experience. The work that you've done, whether you've been working too much or the work that has been stopped, will create that change so you can now stem off into going into what you really want to do. Maybe you need to leave your job. Maybe your job is being demolished, or your position is no longer a position and you have to make change and move on. From that, we see here you have 2 kings in the second line. Again, the first part of this reading is all about you, Gemini. So, and not touching on the next person just yet. You have support, even if it is within exterior to you, or that you have the innovation and you have that leadership quality that you can move on, and you have saved for this particular change because you knew that it would come, or you were expecting something like this that could come, because you're very well versed in the business and in what is to become of this business, if it is that it is pertaining to work, because this is definitely around work. And then the Devil showing here with this holding back and holding on and being safe, or being very selfish, because that seems to be being selfish with money will bring down the Tower and create that change where generosity will now take its form. Things have to change is what this is saying. And there will be a reciprocity, a reconciliation or celebration. But either way, the reciprocity is in that celebration. For reconciliation, we have 2 kings here showing. Again, it is the attributes for the first part of the reading. And if it is 2 different people that you're working with. There will be a reconciliation because of the Tower, and there will be a new start because there will be some form of leadership is going to take place, whether it is through yourself or through another. But it is to protect what is held dear to you, this 4 of Pentacles. So we see here it makes 5 of Pentacles. It's not feeling like you've lost or the sense of loss here, like you're not worthy, not good enough. That is not the case because the Tower coming down brings in perfection. So it's to counteract. Again, it is as if to say it is in the reverse when the 5 of Pentacles showing here because we have innovation here. We have determination, innovation. We have money that is being moved around, money that is hidden away, money that is protected. In order to have a celebration or to have reconciliation. Maybe you're going to have new business partners. Gemini, it is really up to you how these 2 kings fit into this scenario. If it is you're dealing with 2 different people, or if it is within the self that you are finding your way to creating business and taking the control, because this is where the devil comes in. Taking that control does bring down the Tower and brings in that change that will bring in perfection, that will bring in abundance, because this is about traveling and moving on, not being stagnated anymore if that is the case. Maybe you want to change where you work and you have to take on that leadership role. It shows here with the devil. There's 3 of Pentacles. Again, it's a lot of Pentacles looking in here. So we're probably looking more into work situation and how to change where you work. Because we have this 2 of Pentacles. Again, that's another 5. It's a broken 5. Again, for that sense of loss, lack, not unworthy, but not in this case. It doesn't feel like that. The difficulty is in strategizing on what to do next because there was money that's being blocked. But the innovation and the determination and that leadership to have a new start will bring in the victory. So there is no loss in itself. The loss will bring in the gain because there will be a victory. We have the 8 of Swords, so someone is needing to change the way their mindset is because of work. And again, it could be because there's too much work. But there's that work that was done in the past. And again, 4 and the 3 is 7, so there's investments that have been made. Again, with the devil showing up here, it is to temper and control. Again, we have the tempering. That temperance card right here. Saving up for marriage. If it is, that is the case. Or the mind games about romance and the burden of the mind games. There is a betrayal of truth and final truth about the burden. About the mind games. About trying to have that upper hand and take over the commitment in itself. There seems to be mind games surrounding a commitment. If it is for marriage, then the tempering here is to pull back and say, no, I don't want. And the 5 of Pentacles showing up here, broken, is to say that things need to slow down or they're not going to go further because there is a lack. Not enough funds, there's no money. There's no money, or we're not speaking about the money, or we're healing, we're using insurance. If it is we can't work, we have the insurance to protect, to be protected, because there is a sense of protection of money here. Or being protected because of money. It's very business-like, this read, for Gemini. But then you take it as it resonates, huh? Because there is a question of proposal, there is a celebration, wanting to get married, not having enough and working hard to bring in enough, working too much in order to have the ability to pay for the wedding, because that is what we want. And we want to have the balance come back. We want that sense of inertia to be taken away. And having this debate, this 4 and this 9, you see, it's, well, they're just the numbers, not the suits, but the fact that the 9 shows up here, it is coming towards an end. Let's see if I see anything else. Again, that 4 and the 3 is the 7, because there is investments to have a new start and have that victory. That celebration is going to happen. It's bringing down the tower and having that strength and determination to bring down the tower. And then reconcile, because that is what seems to be going on here. Somebody wants to have a reconciliation. They want to take back what was taken. That proposal seems to be on the table or trying to be put back onto the table. But the devil is not having it. For some reason, there is a blockage with the work. So we'll start with the top. What is this 8 of Pentacles representing? We have this player. Okay, so the truth about wanting to have fun, good times, something new. Maybe that's where the boredom came in. Having that monotony at work and wanting to change and have a good time, and it turned into fun at work, but then it got too much, to be too much, because then there's a truth. There's understanding, digging into the truth, finding out. Someone found out. Take it as it resonates, right? Because the devil just obscures everything. But then we have a stalemate here, and going off into peace and having that victory for a proposal. Healing. Okay, we won't go so far. But it is affected here. This enthusiasm for work and wanting to work and wanting it too much, in fact. There's a truth. Discovering. There's something that was discovered. Truth that was discovered turned into a stalemate. Discovering the truth. Put an end to something, because the devil is now blocking and now having to move on. A 6 and a 1 is a 7 of swords. So we're making a new plan for a possibility for new business. 8 and the 1 is a 9 of Pentacles. Somebody wants to go off on their own and start something up. Maybe that's your plan, Gemini, that you're looking into creating your own business, using your own understanding, your whatever it is that you found out. Maybe you're working with stocks. Maybe you have information that is not privy to everyone, and you will use that to build something. Because there will be a victory, these 2 aces here. But you will have to move on. You will have to change your perspective because of certain truth. And then, of course, there is this enthusiasm. There is an immaturity that falls here. So be very careful, because there's something that you need to understand. Or there's truth that has been brought to you through a new adventure. You want to have a new adventure. Something is being held back because there's not enough information, or Spirit is saying you have to wait for the right time. And when that time comes, then you will be able to move on and have that victory and have that new beginning. The devil says not yet, because the tower must come down and then it will open up the door. Let's see what this 8 of Wands is all about. The 7 of Wands. So there is a question of healing, integrity, healing something, pushing back, going into the darkness or coming out of the darkness, standing up and being accountable for whatever it is that took place, why the devil is here, whatever was put into stalemate, whatever was, because these cards keep coming out. At the beginning, again, it's all about a marriage. It must be a working relationship or a personal relationship that has been on the rocks, up and down, and now that the investment here, healing Healing and being patient. There's a double sense of patience here. Standing in the integrity. Wanting to be able to come out and say, I want us to get married, and I want us to, wanting to have the marriage. Again, that is where this is ending up. Huh? Spirit is saying you just need to wait a little while. It'll come to you. Not standing in the integrity. Healing that, taking the higher ground and having that knowledge, that inner understanding, that clarity, knowing what you should have and will do. See, what you should have done, it was done, because you're in between the sevens here. So it's a matter of patience. There's that standing up and taking higher ground because of the devil. You see? Change. That tower brought down whatever was not working in your favor so that you can now have the possibility to move forward, stand in your integrity, heal the relationship, and put what you have invested into that marriage and have it. Because it says here you will get married if it is that you want. Again, bringing things back into balance. The victory is yours, Gemini. All right, let's see what's this King of Wands representing? Because we started off with the Knight of Wands. Where is he? Knight of Wands. That's a part to play here, you see? This Knight of Wands seems to be understanding, so he's upgrading his knowledge. He's come to realize that he wants to make peace, or he's come to terms with the situation that he was in, and now he's made peace, and his truth he needs to speak so that he can have his new beginning to become that king. Again, if it is not you, it is the next person. Maybe the proposal that you had received was premature, and now time has gone by, enough time has gone by, changes have occurred, so now that prince has turned himself into a king, and he is able to provide and offer you, Gemini, that stability, because there is love here. This king is all about self-love, have grown into love, wants to share, make an offer, is abundant in love. He wants to share it with you. Seems to be, if you are not placed here, if you are the cross watcher. Again, there's 6 cups, so it's a question of reminiscing and overcoming that sense of loss and being missed, and looking at those 2 cups that are laying down, because now there's 6 cups. That love, wanting to come back to that love and be very passionate and loving and open and honest and healing the disappointments from the past and that anxiety holding back. Want to heal all that. This is Gemini. Your partnership, or the person that you are dealing with, is truly loving and caring and wanting to come past what has gone wrong between you. They want to talk. They want a fresh start. They have opened themselves up on an emotional level. They want to make that discerning offer. They see a 3rd king. We have 3 kings here. So it is either the Gemini himself or herself is come to terms and is reaching out, or it is the next person. But there is a healing here. There's a determination. There is wanting to speak about that last stand, wanting to take that stand and have it out, but to have an emotional conversation. Being open, emotional and passionate, wanting to share, wanting to begin, have that new beginning, overcome what has been lost in the past, because they recognize love. Again, it is being able to grow up with change, having changed, having grown and changed, changing the mindset. Let's see what this Eight of Swords represents. The Emperor. So having that mindset change, this ego, oh boy, anxiety, denial, dilemma, very confused apparently. But again, it is the Queen of Pentacles. So we have that sense of being grounded, taking control, seeing the leader within. Again, this is the Eight of Swords. It's all coming up to the Eight of Swords. There's a lot going on, Gemini. You probably want to have, oh, you're thinking it's over, but then there's that Six of Cups coming around. Not sure if you should stay or go, and if it is that there is love and that there will be forgiveness. Again, there is change to come. You need to keep thinking. It's heavy on your mind, Gemini. The outcome seems to be quite drawn out, but there will be an ending. Huh? One way or another, you're going to come to terms. If it is not you, if it is the next person, they're going to come to terms with what they really want, what they want with you, if they want to be with you. How this control, again with the devil here, this control, how to take and temper the ego, how to come to forgiveness, how to is where all of this is coming in, because it is changing the mindset. This is how all of this comes up to this card. It is knowing that this queen is really for you. If it is you are, if Gemini is the king and the queen is, or vice versa, the queen is Gemini, and holding back on talking, very nervous and afraid of approaching the queen, and or the queen may end the cycle because of all the anxiety and all the disappointment and the ego. Again, this is worry in the mind. It's just, should I go forward? That's how the card was jumping out, that Four of Wands at the beginning. It's all coming back to, should I go forward with this? Should I make that? Oh, Gemini, you're so indecisive. But you'll come through because you know what you want and you know what your queen wants, or vice versa. If you are the queen, you know what your king is about. You know if your king has changed. You know what your king has done. And this is where all the disappointment is coming in. But the patience and being grounded and being open and being willing to close off the cycle and follow what you love. Be guided to go off. Find that love. Make your proposal. Get that forgiveness. And have a change. It's all about being brave enough. Being determined and having that overall understanding is all where it started up here. Don't forget, working on the details. These are the details. Changing the perspective, knowing what the truth is, and being brave enough to stand in it so that you could have a new beginning and make that proposal. Comes down here to seeing that you want to come back, or they want to come back. You will get that. You will get that confirmation with the conversation that will happen. And if it is that they are meant to go away and then come back to you, you will know. Because the love is what will bring it all back into place. And then through forgiveness, you remember, she is very intuitive. And she's very open, she's very loving, she's very caring, she's very grounded. And she takes care of those who are around her. But she knows when to put a stop and put an end. She knows when things are over. And if that is where you are, knowing that where you were is no longer where you need to be, you will put an end to that, and you will be guided either to go off and find a new, or to come back to what you love and have the forgiveness and move on to that fourth wand and get your stability. Because here you're changing. Here you're changing mind. You're changing the mind of, what should I do here? You see? You're going to change. It's all going to change. Again, it's all about what was done in the past. A new beginning, and there will be a victory. All right, let's see what this Six of Wands represents. The intuition, following the intuition, reading through and being transparent, seeing that the truth, again, it's all relating to the truth that starts up here at the beginning. To have that victory, you will see clearly, you'll see and understand, and you will know what it is that you really want, and you'll be able to share that. And if it is that you both want the same thing, again, plans will change. This is a karmic justice involved here because of truth. It is as if it is old. Now, you have to remember where the confusion is coming from. It's from the past, because there was overindulgence in some form. That is why the devil is here and the tower is coming down. So you take it to your situation, whether it is work or love, or both. This is a question of leadership. It's a question of taking charge, knowing what you want, and being open and honest about it, and having that determination and drive to go forward and speak the truth. And take the time, stand in the strength, and allow the time to pass so you can get your satisfaction. And you will, Gemini, because the Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor. You will have a victory. I don't think I could make this any clearer. But the truth is coming out. Whether there's truth about a third party, whether there's truth about your determination for what you love, what you want, and the fact that it will take time, because that is the conversation that you're going to have, and the courage is there to stand in your integrity, which is what we see up here, and have that marriage, because you do want to bring in the balance. Gemini, you are determined, and so you should be, because you have taken the time to heal. You have taken the time to look into yourself, what you believe in, what you have invested in, what it is you really want. Gemini, let's take an oracle message on this. It's quite straightforward. You will bring in the balance. That's what it's all about. And the Wheel of Fortune says it's a question of timing. In the right time. You have to wait a little bit. There's no, I don't think I saw the moon in here. No, it was 5 of Cups. Okay, so the moon cycle will end. You will know. You don't need the moon to determine this. It's already put into play, and the tower coming down will bring that marriage in, or that proposal as you want to have or offer to the next person, or the next person is going to offer to you, because it says right here they want to make an offer. Gemini, someone's getting married. Someone's turning away from a marriage. And then someone will reconcile. It's very romantic. Very romantic. And I would expect to see the results by the full moon. And when I say results, that decision process, you'll make it by the end of the month. And may even happen now. Within the time of this reading, it may already be happening. It's not that it's moving fast, it's the way it's set up. There's a timeout, there's a tower, and then there's a marriage. And that's how your mind is working. That's your experience. That's what you've been going through for a proposal. Because either you want one or you want to make one. What is the oracle message for this read for Gemini, February 2024? Again, it's time to go. Unfinished symphony. So there it is. There's someone coming around. There was a proposal that someone walked away from. There was change that took place. The healing that is in the process. In the here and now. And you're thinking about it. That's where this Eight of Swords comes in. What's the next move and how to make it happen? Where's that Eight of Swords? it is. You see, that's why this is so many here, because there's a lot of dilemma going on, disappointments and that anxiety, that worry of holding back and not speaking and being in denial and all of that. You have to go through. It's quite a bit of cards, but it will come around in the end. It will come around. Somebody will come back, whether she will come back or he will come back. Put it to your situation, because there is love and there will be forgiveness and there will be a learning from all of this. Moving on to a higher level of a relationship, because there is unfinished business here. Let's see, time to go. Somebody has said, I don't want to be, it's not enough. Spirit is saying, the devil is not allowing this. Someone broke up with a relationship, ended something, to be able to go into a new one. I mean, you take it as it comes, eh? Alright, so I just landed on Unfinished Symphony. I don't know why I just opened up there, but we need to go to 45. Before the 45, we would have been at the 44, Gemini. So you were thinking a lot, but then it comes around again because the thinker is here. So that's your confusion. You're going around and around. You're going over everything that's taken place. Strategy, being analytical and logical, trying to work it out, trying to figure out where to go, how to do. That's where you are. You're still there. You're still there. And in doing that, or in coming into doing that, someone left. Time to go. Let's see. Or someone wants to leave. Endings. Completion. Walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. But you see, there is something else that will come to teach you. Let's read the oracle message on that. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless yourself, your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on now to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do. Be your experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you again. This is why the devil is showing up here, because there was a proposal that had to be blocked, stopped, held back, so that certain things could change. Whether it is the person that you want to have a relationship needed to get out of a relationship in order for you and that person to have one, but something had to stop. That's where the walking away came. Whether it was you or the next person, or both of you had to walk away to realize that you need to come back, or to move on to someone else. Let's see, the unfinished symphony, because walking away and then having an unfinished symphony, it's quite contrary here. But being in the here and now is where you are, where you want to bring things back into balance. Or it is maybe the next person is missing you badly, but somebody's missing somebody because they want to heal. It is in the next person's position. So let's go to that number 10. Opened up first, as if I was to read it first, but we'll read it now. Essential meanings here for unfinished symphony, unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. So maybe it was that. It was something just suddenly shook the ground again, the tower, overindulgence, blockage, something, maybe work. Again, put it to your situation and something ended. But it is not over because somebody wants to come back and stand in their integrity. We look at that on the relationship. Moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied you. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee for peace of mind. Accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved and close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. Either way, coming and going, unfinished business, making amends, time to go. This is your mindset, Gemini, and you need to take the time. Forgive yourself. Allow for that healing to take place within yourself. Be open to change. Take that. See, this is you, Gemini, to begin with. And if it is not you, then you have support from friends. They are there for you. On that note, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Gemini, love and light.